You've tuned into The Mountain Gardener with your host, Ken Lain. Gardening can be challenging, but with these simple insider tips, you'll reap huge rewards. Now, let's tune into today's Mountain Gardener with Ken and Lisa. And we are back with Lisa Lain in the studio. She comes each week with your garden questions. Just what are people talking about during this December holiday transition? If you're not drinking eggnog, what else you doing out in the gardens? So that's kind of, we bring that to you each week. Welcome to the studio, Lisa.
Thank you.
So how have your holidays been so far? Are you done with the parties? I think we are done with the parties. No, we've got two more left.
Two more, yeah. But we're pretty much done. We did a lot of. We went to Yavapai Performance Hall. We did 3 different shows there.
It was good.
All of them were very good, very enjoyable. A few parties. It's been good.
Yeah, we between the Finley Toyota Center out in Prescott Valley and Yavapai College, the YPAC or Yavapai College Performing Arts Center, Jim and Linda Lee got to put their names in it. They sponsored it. Between those 2 venues, this place is a great town to live in. It's a small town with all of the amenities, all the performing arts, and we have classic, like really good acts here.
Don't forget the Elks too.
Oh, and the Elks. There we go. I mean, just over and over.
Beautiful little performance hall.
That's right.
This area really supports the arts, and it's nice to see.
You know what I find? Because the beauty of retail is you get to talk to everyone. and we have a lot of folks that retire here, and you get to talk to them because now they've got time to garden. So gardening partly is a stage in life thing, and gardening, we call them active retirees. They just retired, they moved here, and they've got energy. And so they come in, you get to hear their stories, and we have a lot of, professional musicians, artists, retire here, and they bring their passions with them. And so we've got jazz, bluegrass, all these over the top actors, theatrics, over the top, and they still like to perform. So they come in and do that, and I think that helps us. And I have heard from folks that book shows. We're in between Phoenix and Vegas, and the shows will perform there. They stop here and then go to Vegas. We're kind of on the route. And so we get top end. Seligman can't do that. Who else? Page really can't do that. Sedona can do that somewhat because it's kind of the same as us. Don't put Sedona down. It's a broadcast right over there. What are you talking about? I apologize. All my Sedona Cottonwood
has some amazing art galleries and
art.
But they don't have a lot of concerts.
Gotcha. They got the festivals. They got the festival stuff.
Okay.
Anyway, folks, come over when you're from that side of the hill. Visit and just tell us how wrong we are.
You put Seligman down. Come on.
They don't have it. That's the place where I want open. I like elk and deer and javelina roaming free in my gardens. And we should get back to garden stuff. Maybe we should do that.
It's more of our forte.
Yeah, let's just kind of do. Yeah. So what do we got? What are some questions people are asking?
First question is from Tony. He bought an Austrian pine to use as a living Christmas tree. And he's been following all the rules. Didn't bring it in too early. He's going to take it out the day after Christmas. Just wants to know, how much time does he have now to plant it?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Does he have to get in the ground right away, or has he got some time?
So Tony, don't feel rushed. So that container that it's been growing in, so we field grow those out in a farm setting like corn. Just we grow them out in the field because they grow faster, get fuller, chubbier when they're in the ground. And then we'll harvest those. We put them in a ball and burlap. So we'll dig a ball, we'll wrap it in burlap, and we put it in a pot season before we actually bring it down the garden center. So it's already starting to root out. So you're in no rush to, I would say, get it in before next spring's growth. How about that? Is that enough time? Before the end of March. Get it in by then. Sooner the better, because you're not going to make less of a mistake. The more ground you have around that root ball, the more fudge factor you have. When you're just in this bucket, you've got to be spot on with the watering, basically. So you're going to water once a week in the container. Probably in the ground, you'll water it once every couple of weeks. If you get a good deep soak, kind of really saturate it, you'll be good. So Tony, you're fine. The main thing, when you plant it like you would, like it's spring. So you want a hole that's 3 times the width, same depth. You want to amend it heavily. Evergreens, especially pines, junipers, cypress, like Arizona cypress, they need drainage. They don't like to sit in soggy soil. So you want to amend that soil, dig out of there with some composted mulch. We call it premium mulch. Fertilize it with your all-purpose 744 fertilizer. Give it actually a root stimulator. We call it Root and Grow. It's a compost tea. Do all that stuff you would do any time of the year, even in January. Do it the same, and then give it a really deep soak. And then I would recommend for these living Christmas trees that are going out in the yard, after you're done enjoying the holidays, take it outdoors, let it get used to the cold again, because it's warmed up. So you'll want to put it outside under a covered patio, deck, entrance, up against the south side of your house, just someplace where it's tempered, but still cold. Put it there, let it sit there for at least a week. Then feel free to plant it at your leisure at that point, and you'll be successful. I would say too, some of the bigger trees, like we're selling some 6, 5, 6, 7 foot pine and conifers. Those things you really do want to stake, because we're going to see some snow, and if that snow settles on there and it flips over, it'll cause issues. It won't. You'll just have to go set it back upright. Just stake it, and you won't have to set it back upright, because that heavy snow, especially in late February, March, it's super heavy. So the trees want to lay over. So just stake it. So anyway, come in. We've got a handout for that, Tony. We can help you out.
Okay.
Too much information for one question, but there you go. By the end of March.
Okay. So next question is from Dave in Chino. He says, the weather has been so fabulous. I want to be outside working in my yard. Is it too early to prune my fruit trees? And second part of his question is it too early to spray the horticultural oil, or should you wait on that?
Yeah, good question. So you can start pruning now. We generally say start at the new year and finish up by the end of March. That's the peak window. But really what it comes down to, when they're finally deciduous, that is, they dropped all their leaves and we've had enough cold spell to kill off the bugs that are roaming around. And I think we've done that. We've had a couple cold snaps where it thinned out the insects. And those are the things that kind of cause disease to spread around. So if you prune it too early, that can happen. I think you're fine. Go for it. And the days are beautiful. So go ahead and prune all of those fruit trees, and then all the remaining energy that's going to come up from the roots back and form this next spring's flower buds and leaf buds. All the remaining energy will be focused in on those remaining bud grafts that are on that structure. So when you're done pruning, so start with deadwood and then focus on the structure, make sure air gets to the inside, do all that stuff that you do with your pruning. But going back to the question, yeah, go for it. Prune it now. I've been doing the same thing. Absolutely. Go for it. And then finish up by the end of March. Horticultural oil. Yes, you can. I would say generally what we say is finish pruning, then spray the hort oil. And what the horticultural oil does, it's January. You're thinking, there's no bugs out there. And you're right. You're not after the bugs. You're after the eggs they laid a couple months ago. That oil coats the bark area where they've laid all those eggs and suffocates the eggs, basically. And there are bugs there. They're hibernating in between the nooks and crannies, underneath the leaf mold, the mulch at the base. They're there. They just aren't active. They're hibernating like a bear or a squirrel. They're hibernating and waiting to come out when it's warm enough. That hort oil coats them, kills them off. So it just cleans a tree up so that you're starting out the spring season clean. So,
and there's a lot of eggs out there, but I found aphids on some of the.
Kidding me?
Yeah, because the other day.
Okay, yeah.
So
there.
We've had some warm temps, and that sun warms everything up, and they go, okay, I'm moving, I'm active.
Generally, we say prune first, just so there's less mass to spray. So it just makes your job easier. And so the bugs that are there aren't going to do a lot of damage, but aphids on yuccas, you should watch that. They can actually affect that heart, the core, so they can get on yuccas, agaves, Some red tip botinia, then get on some of those things. So check those things out. And if you see them, spray them right away. Don't let them stay. Don't wait till you're done pruning. Hit them now, so you just before they do some damage. So anyway, I guess the bugs are out. Those aphids, they like the cold season.
They do.
Great questions this week, folks. So Ken and Lisa Lain, the mountain gardeners.
Hi, Waters with the plants of the week and our Roman beauty rosemary.
This Mediterranean beauty has graceful, arching branches that flow over rock walls, raised beds, or container's edge.
A culinary herb often used in potpourri.
Rugged, deer-resistive, evergreen, likes crummy soil, drought, and abuse. Now that's my kind of shrub.
Waters Garden Center, 1815 Iron Springs Road in Prescott, where people who love unusual, healthy herbs, they love to shop.
For a more fruitful garden, increased success in the landscape that just feels better, then tune in daily to the Mountain Gardener podcast. Subscribe through your favorite podcast streamer or visit watersgardencenter.com. Better yet, visit me directly right here at Waters Garden Center. Thanks for tuning in.